Hi, this is Alex Smith. I was born in Redondo Beach. My parents grew up in Redondo Beach. My grandparents grew up in Redondo Beach. Behind me is the AES power plant. I know I grew up thinking of the Weiland Wall right behind me very fondly, but AES Power is not the Weiland Wall. Let's talk about what Measure A does and what it doesn't do. Measure A rezones the land. It does not take the land away using eminent domain. A lot of Measure A opponents are saying, why are you picking on the plant? We need the plant for city revenue. Unfortunately, they hardly pay anything. They pay just a little bit over $400,000 a year. This giant space in the middle of Redondo Beach pays just over $400,000 a year to exist. Well, let's think about that. What could we put there instead that would generate a lot more revenue, millions of dollars of revenue every year? How about a bunch of boutique restaurants, small hotels, and shopping? The plant only produces about 1% of the electricity that Redondo Beach uses. Don't think that it's benefiting us by being here. It's sold to the highest bidder, usually far away from us. There's all kinds of studies that have shown that the power generated by the plant is not necessary for LA anymore. Future power demand is already being met by constructions in nearby cities like El Segundo and elsewhere in Los Angeles. The plans for AES's new plant show that it would be significantly more polluting to the environment and to our health than the existing plant. The existing plant runs about 4% of the time. And even when we had rolling blackouts, the plant was used at 5% capacity. That's because it is so inefficient to run. The new plant would be more efficient, but they would run it more often, resulting in significantly more pollution. Up to 15 times more pollution than we see now. AES has admitted that the cost of tearing the buildings down would be paid for by salvaging the materials in the building. So it would be revenue neutral to tear it down for the company. So don't feel bad for them. Some people say, why pick on the power plant? They've been around here longer than you've been alive, longer than your grandparents have been alive, or what have you. The problem with that argument is that their existence was set up on a contract to expire in just a few years from now. So they have no right to stay unless we grant it to them. And in this case, silence is consent. If you don't put up a fight, there will be a new power plant. By passing Measure A, we will be forcing the CEC to consider whether the city wants a power plant here. If it appears that we don't want a power plant here, they very likely will deny the permit to Redondo. If Measure A fails, there's almost assuredly going to be a new power plant, new pollution, and no more benefit to us whatsoever. Considering that the plant only generates $400,000 a year to the city, that the power it produces is not necessary, and it's a big, ugly machine sitting in the middle of our beautiful Redondo Beach, why would we want to allow them to rebuild a new plant? Vote yes on Measure A to encourage the CEC to deny them a permit to build a new plant, and let's have a more beautiful Redondo Beach forever.